Welcome. Welcome back to Magnet Pool, a podcast that explores the incredible world of Miami-Dade County Public Schools magnet programs, and it showcases our magnet programs to share with you that Miami-Dade County Public Schools is your best choice. I am your host, Dr. Magda Pereira, and it is a pleasure to have today with me two of my directors, Larhonda Donaldson, which is the District Director over the STArts Magnet Program, and I have Dr. Felicia Joseph, District Director over the STArts2 programs. And today we will highlight both of these magnet programs that are interest-based for all of our viewers and listeners, and there's a world of information, so let's dive right in. So, Larhonda, can you explain to our viewers and our listeners what STARTS is?
Sure. STARTS stands for Science, Technology, and the Arts. It is one of over 390 magnet programs that our district offers, and it is funded through the MSAP. Let me break that down. The Magnet Assistance Program, Magnet Schools Assistance Program grant that our district received. It is offered currently right now at Francis S. Tucker, which is located in Coconut Grove, and at Hubert O. Sibley, which is located in Miami Shores. Both schools have the science portion of the grant, and they differ in the arts parts of the grants. Each school has a curriculum that is very innovative, and it centers around land, sea, space, and engineering. And it depends on which grade level, depends on the course of study.
Wow. So when you talk about science, technology, and the arts, you're really spinning these magnet programs to be really well-rounded, right? For our students. And what grade levels are these?
These are start at K through 8th grade. So it's a K-8 center.
So both are K-8 centers.
Francis S. Tucker's K-8 center, and Hubert O. Sibley is a K-8 academy.
What distinguishes both of Francis S. Tucker and Hubert O. Sibley? Is it the same arts, or is it a little spin that's different?
No, there's at Francis S. Tucker, we have dance and kinetic movements, and that's their art. Wow. And at Hubert O. Sibley, the students are engaged in a curriculum that is visual and digital arts. So that's the difference in their arts.
Wow. So to give our students more options, right?
Definitely.
That's great. So Felicia, you oversee the START2 program. Can you explain a little bit about what is the START2 program and what does it look like, and maybe how does it differ from STARTS?
Great. So the START2 program actually follow the prototype of the STARTS programs. We do follow the science and technology components, with a difference in our arts program being that of digital music production. This is something new and unique to Dade County Public Schools. Begins in kindergarten all the way through 8th grade. And the students are able to not only learn music theory, to learn skills within music instrumentation, but then it guides them into actually being creative and developing and producing music throughout the program. So just like the STARTS programs, we were awarded the MSAP grant and are on that 5-year trend with $15 million to implement this program in our district.
Wow. So I know Larhonda spoke about grants. So Miami-Dade County Public Schools earned two $50 million grants from the Department of Education, right?
Yes.
So
back to back.
So great things happening in Miami-Dade County Public Schools magnet programs, as Miami-Dade County Public Schools is the beacon of school choice nationally. And we'll get more into that later on. But let's talk about what sets the STARTS and the START2 magnet programs apart from traditional STEM programs and art programs that are in Miami-Dade County Public Schools. Because we do have magnet programs that are specifically arts and magnet programs that are specifically STEM. So what sets the STARTS and START Squared programs apart?
So what's unique about these 5 programs is that they actually incorporate both the sciences and the arts together. And that is unique because students have the opportunity to not just show interest in their sciences and technology, but also be, I guess, having the opportunity to be introduced and exposed to the arts programs, allowing them to find where their interests lie and expand upon those in later grades. As well, in these programs, while the focus is on science, technology, and the arts, it is not just what is being taught, but it is the style in which it's being taught. So our students begin with an inquiry-based learning in kindergarten through 2nd grade and move on to problem-based learning in 3rd through 5th, and then design thinking in 6th through 8. And this allows them to identify problems within their community, whether it's local to the school or whether it's within our county or in our state, and resolve or solve those problems in ways of critical thinking and analysis from the students actually owning their own learning.
And that's really great when you're talking about increase-based learning and you're talking about problem-based learning, and we were talking about design thinking. Those are skills that students today in our society, as we go in the 21st century, we need those skills in order to access these amazing careers that are out there, right? As technology continues to evolve in our world. So Larhonda, can you tell us why is it important for our students to have access to these types of interdisciplinary education in our K-8s?
Just like you just said.
I answered your question.
Definitely. but definitely the problem-based learning skills and the design thinking and the inquiry-based definitely are skills that they're going to need. And plus, these programs nurture their interest in the STEM and the STEAM programs. But the most important thing about these programs is that it establishes a pathway to the K-12 stream. So definitely that is one of the most important things about this.
And the pathway, I'm going to just reiterate that. The pathway is so important because we at Miami-Dade County Public Schools magnet programs, we really create these amazing magnet programs with the mindset, the forward thinking that students can begin to receive these skills and craft these skills from kindergarten and know that these programs are going to be available as they continue to progress through their schooling, right? And graduate and even post-secondary and technical colleges, right? So let's dive into program accessibility and really the community impact, because I know we're talking about the MSAP grant that the Department of Education awards Miami-Dade County Public Schools, but there's a community impact here, right? So Felicia, what does it mean when we talk about the STARTS and the START Squared programs? How is it available district-wide, right? And does it benefit families from across Miami-Dade County?
Yes. So what is wonderful about receiving the MSAP grant and being able to fund programs like this through that grant is that this is an interest-based program and it is district-wide. And what that means generally is that the students are able to access this program criteria-free, regardless of where they live, what home schools may service their boundaries. Students are able to apply and attend these programs throughout Dade County. So we do have 5 locations currently, with Francis S. Tucker and Hubert O. Sibley being the STARTS program. And then we have Bowman Ash Doolin K-8 Academy, Citrus Grove K-8 Center in the central region, and Thomas Jefferson Biscayne Gardens in the north end for the START Squared program. So right now there are 5 schools that allow parents and families to select simply based on interest and not have to worry about the criteria to get into these programs.
Yeah, and that's very important because some of our magnet programs do require auditions or portfolios or have a specific course requirement. Our STARTS and START Squared K-8 programs are interest-based and really available to any student, right, district-wide. And we have 5, right, 5 different K-8 centers district-wide that can support their interests, which is amazing. So Can you talk to me, Larhonda, a little bit about the partnerships? Like, what are the key partners that we're working with in these two magnet programs that we offer, STArts and START Squared? And what type of opportunities are there to provide for students? So how does these partners provide, or what do they provide to our students?
Okay, so within the STARTS program and the START Squared program, we share a lot of the partners because there's similarities. But there are some partners that, we differ because of the arts that we offer. But some of the partners that we share would be Fairchild's Botanical Tropical Gardens. We share University of Miami. We also have a partnership with Barry University, EMINTS, which provides the University of Michigan, that provides professional development to our teachers. We have PBL Works. The list goes on, and we're steadily each year we're looking for new partners to expand our curriculum. And what happens with these partnerships is that students have the ability to take workshops, to do mentorship programs. Some of our partners provide guest speakers. They facilitate at our schools. They come in and provide hands-on field trips, in-school field trips. Students are taken out to the sites and to the universities for field trips to get hands-on experience. So they provide us with the support that we need actually to sustain the programs and to just keep the students interested and show them all of the career opportunities that they would have if they stay on this path of interest.
Wow. Talk to me a little bit about the Flying Classroom. I know the Flying Classroom is a big deal for both of these programs, right? And I think it's an experience for all of our students, and these are school-wide programs, right? Everyone is going to receive that. It's registered in these schools. These 5K8s are receiving this magnet specialized program. So talk to me a little bit about the Flying Classroom, just a snapshot of what it is, and what do our students gain from this, and our teachers as well.
So before I answer that question, I just want to say that if someone from the Flying Classroom is listening to this podcast, I am so sorry. I forgot to mention the Flying Classroom, because the Flying Classroom is one of our new partners, and they are very engaged in and invested in the success of all of the STARTS and the START Squared programs. This is a unique curriculum where Captain Barrington, he goes out and do expeditions, and then he comes in and bring in a hands-on approach to learning. And so the Flying Classroom, actually tomorrow, the STARS and the STAR Square schools will be at the Flying Classroom to do a taping on the Today Show.
Yes. Wow.
And so they are
amazing.
they are a very very important partner to us, and thank you for asking about that.
And listen, it's about creating that partnership, right? It really takes a village to raise a child, as we all know, and really to augment and support what our teachers are doing in these magnet classrooms is really what the creativity, what the community can offer our schools and our teachers to augment what's happening in the classroom. And it's all about sustaining the program, and we need all of our partners. So Larhonda, you touched upon the emphasis on, in your programs, in the STARTS programs, visual, graphic arts, and kinetic movement. So can you tell us a little bit about how these students learn and apply this to real world scenarios?
So in these programs, students have the ability and the opportunity to create portfolios. They choreograph performances. They create digital designs at Sibley Art portfolios that they can use to gain access or entry into some of the top schools in Miami-Dade County. They showcase their work at exhibitions and different types of competitions that we have throughout the district, and they do this by collaborating with professionals and other businesses and partners within the industry. So they are very well they're very well involved in this, and so they have all types of real world projects that they do throughout the curriculum.
That's great. And you did mention partnerships, and I know that it's not exclusive to the ones that we said today, right? Because we bring in experts,
Correct.
right? Art experts, music experts into the classrooms to share, right, their expertise in the field as well. So Felicia, how does digital music production really intersect with STEM, right? And the concepts that are happening in the curriculum, right? Because as a parent, you might say, okay, it's a twist, right? We got STEM curriculum and we have the art. So how do they intersect in the classroom?
I think it's a wonderful blend of the technology and the music tools that are available to students. Our students in the STArts2 programs begin their music theory and music skills from kindergarten and first grade, which is unique to this program. General music education begins in second grade in all other Dade County public schools, so this is unique to them. Students are able to work through skills such as coding. They're able to know music theory while also understanding the technicalities of sound and instrumentation. They're able to use digital tools that are at their fingertips currently, but may not know how to use them. It also allows students who may be interested in music, but not necessarily have the talent to play an instrument or the voice to sing a song, but they have an interest in music and are then able to take that interest and create and be innovative in the art that they produce at the end. It's funny because we don't wait until the 6th, 7th, and 8th grade for digital music production, but rather students are learning things through the iPad and learning how to create sound with their body and clapping and stomping their feet and crumpling papers and then putting those pieces together to create actual music that can be enjoyed by their peers and those around them. So
and listen, really know that kids love music, right? So what better way than to actually get the best of both worlds, right?
Absolutely.
So let's talk about STArts2, right? And the difference. And I know that we touched upon a lot of it, but there's an inclusive part, right? And I want you to share that because I think that it's unique to the STArts2 program. So I want you to share a little bit about the inclusiveness of the K-8 Center.
So I think one of the misnomers of magnet schools is that it is programs that are based solely for students who are higher ability or who have a stronger interest. What's unique or what is specifically stated in the STArts2 programs is that we are all access. And what that means is students, regardless of their ability or disability, regardless of their language, English language learners are thriving in these programs because of their high interest in the sciences and technology. Music is a language that goes across all countries and all languages. Yes. And so it is very unique to that. We are seeing our students that are serviced through our autism department thriving in these programs, and so that is what is probably most unique about this program is that it allows students with disabilities and students who are first-time language learners to participate and to be successful in these programs, and so that is wonderful.
That's great, and we do partner with our Miami-Dade County Public School Districts departments, the Exceptional Student Education Department and the Bilingual Education Department, and they also support our magnet programs, which is a great collaborative effort in the success for student excellence, in their academics. So before we wrap up, Larhonda, can you talk to us about how they can access the STARTS and the STARts2 programs right now? Definitely.
They can access through the magnet application, and although the initial deadline of January 15th has come and gone, don't worry, they can still have an opportunity to apply beginning April 15th. So in order to get more information about the STARTS program, you would go to STArts2magnet.com, and in order to access the application, you can do MiamiMagnets.org.
Got it. So there will be opportunity, right?
Definitely.
Especially in our interest-based programs where we have availability, right, for all of our students that would like to apply. So that's a great thing. So look out for that. And when we have open seats, they'll definitely be on those applications. Definitely. So let me ask both of you, what is your magnet pull, right? What pulls your students to the STArts2 programs?
I would say for the STArts2 programs, the joy of teaching and learning. There is something so special when you walk through all three of these schools and you see the excitement, not just on the students, but on the teachers' faces as they show you the innovative ways they've introduced curriculum or produced music.
Right.
And so simply being able to know that I have a hand in that, to be able to touch students across the district and to bring back some of that joy to teaching and learning is really what that magnet pull would be for me.
And I think it's great as three former principals, right? They're not our students, but we're able to impact so many students district-wide, and I know it brings us joy.
Yes.
Really, it does. Larhonda, tell me what your magnet pull is. What pulls your students to your STARTS programs?
I think what pulls the student is that they have this unique ability, a unique environment to learn. It's innovative, it's creative, it's top of the line technology. I think all of those things just, wow them. That's what pulls them in. But what keeps them there is their attraction and the interest. And like Dr. Joseph said, the learning, the teaching that's taking place there.
Exactly.
So definitely that is what draws them in.
Yes. And when we talk about these amazing opportunities that we have, we were just released with an amazing news, right? Magnet Schools of America, right? Magnet Schools of America announced this week how many awards Miami-Dade County Public School received, right? And these are awards that our magnet schools apply for. So they have an application process, and Magnet Schools of America rates magnet programs. So talk to us a little bit share that great news.
Well, let me share that Miami-Dade County received 91.
Wow.
91 merit awards.
So proud.
Yes.
And 22 of those awards are top schools of excellence across the nation. That's probably the highest number of all districts that have put their names in the hat. So that's a great honor.
Listen, it's a great honor, right?
Yes.
Not only myself to lead the department that does that, but both of you to support our programs as well as directors, and an amazing opportunity to showcase that Miami-Dade County Public Schools does lead the nation in school choice, right? We are really a beacon. And when I think of our magnet programs, I really think of a lighthouse that we're shining the light across our entire Miami-Dade County, ensuring that all students and all parents are aware of the amazing opportunities that we have, over 390 programs, almost 400 programs, that there is a program for every child, and that is so important. I really want to thank both of you for your opportunity to come and share the amazing things about your programs. And that's just 5, right?
Yes.
5 schools out of 119. So I can't wait to showcase additional ones. Thank you to our listeners and viewers. I want to pay special tribute to Miami Community News for affording us an opportunity to conduct another Magnet Pull podcast. I encourage all of our families to explore Miami-Dade County Public Schools, our magnet programs, by visiting miamimagnets.org and showcasing, and I will showcase and continue to share with you amazing magnet programs that will lead you to understand why Miami-Dade County Public Schools is your best choice. And that is it for today's podcast, Magnet Pull. Stay drawn to what inspires you, and see you next time. What will pull you in to our next Magnet Pull?